Good morning, welcome to a new vlog. This is the week of no one being home except me. I am working a lot, as I mentioned in the last vlog, so it might not be that exciting, but at least it gives me a little bit more freedom and flexibility to vlog. I'm about to head out to work. I need to put in my earrings and I've got a different ring today. I thought we'll go gold today. I've not worn a gold ring yet, so we'll see how I feel about it. I tend to be more of a silver jewellery person, she says, putting in gold earrings, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how I feel. So I picked this one because it's not quite simple, but at least it's a bit thinner. And I don't even know which finger, maybe that one. I think we'll start it on that one. It might end up moving, but that's that. I'm very warm. I've just come out of the shower and I feel very warm. It's quite grey and actually I feel like I can see rain, which wasn't there before. I'm working today from 10 until 8. It's now just gone 9. I've brought myself Tim Tams, a challah roll, a carrot salad and some sliced cucumber, so hopefully we'll have enough food for the day. I should be alright. And I switched on the dishwasher this morning, so that should all be done by the time I get home. I put on a load of laundry last night, which I hung up last night, and I'm really hoping will be dry by the time I get back so I can put on another load of laundry because I have so much laundry to do. It's not just mine, it's also we had guests over last week, and then we also had some of my grandma's stuff, so there's just a lot to be done. And the sooner I can do it, the better. I finished my audiobook last night. I was listening to City of Bones, and I really want to read the next one and all of the ones in the series, but it is now the 28th of May, and I don't like to read books across a month, so I'm gonna wait 3 days and then I'll start the next one. But as a result, I've been listening to lots of music this morning, and it just gives me a really good feeling. I love music. As you can see there, I've got my bag all ready, and I'm basically ready to go. I need to throw away some things as well, because yesterday I cleared out the fridge. You would have seen that in my last vlog. And I threw away so much stuff, so the bin is totally full. So I need to throw that away, and there's some flowers that I need to throw away as well. So I'm gonna take that outside with me. But I feel pretty good. I was gonna do something with my hair. I was gonna do the same as I had yesterday, which is half up, half down. But then I took it out of the bun that it was in for the shower, and actually I think it looks fine like this. So I'm just gonna leave it, especially if it's raining. And yeah, it's definitely raining. It is a bit messy, but I feel like I can get away with it, and it's less effort because I feel like if I start trying to fix my hair, it needs a wash, and I just feel like it's not gonna be a nice feeling. It's not gonna look nice. It's just gonna frustrate me. Just got a message from a friend in Australia who I haven't heard from in a while. That's nice. I'll try and take you with me, I think. Or maybe I'll use my phone. I'll try and use my phone to film a few clips today on my way to work and at work, but I might not end up actually using them or filming them depending on how the day goes and how I feel. But I'm gonna go. So I'll see you shortly. Bye! Good evening. I have literally just come in. It is 8:26. It's not even 8:30. What a dream, and I'm already having supper. Today was a long day. It felt very long. It was a long day. It was a 10-hour shift, but it felt really long. And I think what happened was I got there and already had a headache. And then obviously I'm spending the whole day in front of a screen, so it was just getting worse and worse and worse. And on top of that, outside it was grey and gloomy and rainy, and I like the rain, don't get me wrong, I like it when it's grey and dark and you can get cozy. But I think for my eyes and for my head, it just wasn't doing me any favours, and I have just been suffering through a mild headache all day. And also, I've already noticed over the last few years that my long distance eyesight has been getting worse, and I think it is just a matter of spending a lot more time on screens and reading. And it's really frustrating because I used to have amazing long distance vision. Like, I used to be so good, and it's just totally fallen away. But today, about halfway through the day, I decided to, look up from my screen and just look across the room. There was big writing, and I thought, can I just focus my eyes on that just to, get it adjusted and, be healthier, I suppose. And I, all day, every time I tried, could not get it to focus, and that was really sort of panicking me a little bit. And I don't think that's permanent. I do think that's just from today staring at a screen all day, and I do think, I can be better with that. But I think I just need to be much more conscious of it and much more proactive with looking away from the screen, because both my jobs are so close screen dependent. And neither of them really have a window in front of me. One has a window behind me and one has a window to the side. So I think I just need to be more aware of that. Today, They had a staff lunch at work. They used to do staff lunches once per week, and I could never attend in the few weeks I was there because of my schedule just wasn't when I was there. And they've now changed it to once a month, and it happened to be today on a day I was working a very long shift, which was lovely, but I totally forgot about it. So I brought this roll with me, which I didn't end up eating, so I'm finishing up the egg salad now with it. I did eat my cucumber. I did eat 1 or 2 Tim Tams, but I did not eat the carrot salad, so that's gone back in the fridge. I am still planning on having the quiche as well as this, although ironically one of the items of the staff lunch was a quiche, which I did think was literally almost the exact same as the quiche I have here. And not just was I headachy most of the day, I really didn't think this through, but I also felt tired. I think they just went hand in hand. And so I'm just like, oh, I just want to go to bed. I moved the ring to my middle finger, and I do think I prefer it there, and I like that it's thinner. I definitely prefer that. But this one, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of like rounded and pointy. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know how well you can see that, but do you see what I mean? Like, it's got this outward edge that I just don't really like. It's, you know, like it's taking up space. I don't know. I think I don't like anything special if I wear a ring. I think I just want it to be a thin band and that's it. But I think of the ones I've worn, this is one of my favourites. This and the first silver one I wore. And I don't think I'm against the gold, but I do think I prefer silver. Oh, also, I got a message from my colleague from the other job to say that I might have a lot of IT problems tomorrow morning, which I'm really hoping doesn't happen, but we shall see. I am really looking forward though to tomorrow's shift, as long as the computer works, because I do really like this job. And I like the hours. Obviously I don't like that I'm caught in rush hour, both there and back, but aside from that, I really like finishing at 5, being home before 6 usually. I'm not babysitting tomorrow, so that's also nice. Oh my goodness, in fact I was meant to be babysitting tonight. I'm so glad that got cancelled. I would have been exhausted. And I get paid more for my 8-hour shift there than I would have got paid today for my 10-hour shift, which is, anyway, it makes me more motivated to work there, shall we say. And I do really like this job, and you know, I love the work environment. I really enjoy the space and the people and everything. But first of all, I do feel the job is a bit too boring for me. I'll stick it out. I mean, it's fine, but I feel like I can be doing more and consequently also earning more. But also it really drives me mad that my breaks get taken off me even if I don't take them, and I don't get paid if I start earlier or finish later, and that really annoys me because I always start early. Like I am one of those people who starts early, and I understand not always paying me for it, especially if it's, you know, 15 minutes here, 10 minutes there, fine. But I just feel I don't really get much compensation for starting work early or not taking a break. Or like today, taking a much shorter break than I should have, and then what's going to be detracted from my pay. But well, you can't have everything. Anyway, that's all for now. I'm probably going to finish this, have the slice of quiche, and then have something for dessert, maybe the chocolate brownie, and then that'll be it. And I don't know if I'm going to speak to you again today, or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We shall see. I'm going to do something fun. Ready? Goodbye! Hello, good morning. I am feeling a lot better this morning. Yesterday, after I finished filming clips, I don't think I mentioned this, the headache all day had just been kind of a regular headache, but by the time I was going to bed, it was like really strongly behind my left eye, and it was really hurting. Like I needed to go to bed. I was speaking to a friend for a bit, and at one point I was like, I'm really sorry, I just have to go. I can't stay up any longer. But as I say, this morning I woke up fresh and good as new, so that is a nice feeling, and I hope it stays that way. I think though a part of the headache might have been from the humidity, because I actually noticed it when I was in the shower because the temperature was quite hot and I had to turn it down. But even still, now having come out of the shower, I can feel it's very humid, and my body doesn't, well, most people's bodies I don't think like humidity, but mine definitely doesn't. So anyway, that's good. I'm happy, I'm feeling a bit better, and I hope it stays that way throughout the day. As I say, I'm very warm, but I do need to leave now, so I'm gonna go, and I will see you when I get back. Bye! Hello! I've just got home. It's 5:30, I want to say, because of the reflection. Yeah, 5:31. I had a lovely day at work today. I think I mentioned this morning that I felt great when I woke up, just in the sense of not having a headache anymore, and I think that really helped. But it just felt like a really good day. I can't explain it. I really enjoy working this job. It's a bit more challenging. It's not even really that challenging, but there's more to do than the other job, so I don't feel bored. And I suppose the pay is better, so that probably helps my motivation and the way I feel about it and think about it. But I don't know, I really enjoyed it today. But I didn't eat all my food, and I have some peppers and cucumber left over. So what I'm thinking I might do is make an Israeli salad. Actually, an Israeli salad is with tomatoes, but I'll do it with pepper, and just basically it's just chopping both of those up, mixing them and adding some lemon juice. That's the extent of it, really. And because I've got those 2 half lemons that I don't know what to do with, I think that seems like a good idea. And I could maybe even add an avocado. That seems like a very good idea. So I'm gonna pop these in the fridge for now, and we'll figure it out as we go. Now I am kind of peckish now, and I don't really know what to have. Maybe I can have some yogurt. I might have some yogurt. Oh no, I know why I came in here actually. I really want to wash my hair today. It feels ready to be washed. I put in dry shampoo today for the first time in a very long time, and I feel like it did help sort of hide the greasiness more than anything. And it seems to have brought some of the curls back, even though they're hidden, which is surprising. I wasn't expecting that because I was brushing it a lot. But what I want to do before I wash, because after I wash my hair, I then brush it. And I really want to wash my hairbrush. And I saw something about, I think, baking soda. And so I want to look up how to wash a hairbrush. And I know some of the websites recommend using shampoo, but I don't want to because I don't want any shampoo residue on the hairbrush. Like, that's one of the reasons why I want to clean it. I mean, the thing is, I always sort of clean it as I go every time I brush my hair, but I never deep clean it, and I really want to deep clean it. This is like a whole essay before it explains to me how to clean my hairbrush, but here we go. It's not even got a good suggestion, it's just saying shampoo. I don't want shampoo. Okay, so basically put it in some water with some shampoo, even though I don't really want to, and then add the baking soda after with your, well, it suggests a thing to use, like a toothbrush, but I don't have a spare toothbrush, so I'll just do it with my fingers, I think. Right, we'll do it in here because it seems like a safer bet. I'm gonna find a bowl, ideally a plastic bowl or something. I'm actually going to use one of these because I believe these can go in the dishwasher, and I'm planning on doing another dishwasher load before my grandma comes home. So I'm letting the tap run with some hot water, and I've rinsed out the bowl just to clean it. I'm looking for the baking soda, I can't find it. I'm not getting very far without it. That's the same thing, right? Bicarbonate soda? I hope so. Right, I'm going to stop filming for a bit while I clean because I feel like I don't want to have you watch me clean. But I'll show you maybe a before and after, but I actually think that before is going to be so gross. I'll definitely show you an after. Anyway, enjoy that. Hello, I've changed my mind. I will show you a before. So first of all, I'm going to use this shampoo because it's been in my shower for ages, and it's not mine. I don't know whose it is, but it seems wise to use a shampoo that isn't mine, and also I don't really want to use my super expensive one. So this is the one we're going with. And this is what the hairbrush looks like before. I don't know how well you can see it, but you know what? I actually don't think it's as bad as I was expecting, or as bad as I thought it was, and I also don't think you can see it as clearly on camera. It definitely needs a clean, but it's not terrible. So we're gonna go for it, and I'll show you the after. Hello, whilst I wait for that to soak behind me, I just wanted to talk about the ring I'm wearing today, which is this one. It's similar to yesterday's, but slightly less bulky. And I reckon it's my favourite one so far. Maybe tied with the first one, the first silver one. It's still bumpy, it's still got a texture, and I think I just don't like texture. I don't like the way it feels on my other fingers, same as yesterday, but it's not as bulky as yesterday's. It's not as dramatic as yesterday's. It's very simple, relatively. It looks a bit like a flower when you look at it sort of that way, which I like. And I really do think this is my favourite so far. And the thing is, I've still got probably about 7 or so to try on. Plus, I know that there's 2 in there that are both just silver bands, or 1 silver band, 1 gold band. And I know that those are my favourites, which is why I'm leaving them till the end. I want to try all the others first before I sort of commit to those. And again, I started the day on my index finger, and I had it there for most of the day, but it kept falling off. Again, little fingers. So it went on to the middle one, and I do like it on both, to be honest. Yeah, I like it on both. But I think the problem in general is because I've got quite small fingers and quite a small hand, I just don't really feel like rings suit me that much. I feel like it just highlights how small my hand is. I don't know, but we're gonna try every single one that I have, and there are some in there that I'm dreading trying. But we're gonna make our way through it and, you know, at least have won them all once, you know, at the very least. So that's the ring update. Back to the hairbrush. Hello, I've come back to my room and I'm just letting my hairbrush dry, although it seems to be more or less dry. And I think it looks quite good. Can you see it? Look at it. All sparkling, clean. That's really satisfying. You can see a little bit of white in some spots. I think that's from the bicarbonate soda. But on the whole, we've got a lovely clean hairbrush. So I was meant to go and wash my hair a good little while ago, probably about half an hour ago, but I've got incredibly distracted on my phone because I shared some thoughts about everything that's going on at the moment in the world. And because this, in case you're watching this a month ahead of when I'm filming it, this is now when everyone's posting all eyes on Rafah for the last few days. And do you know what? I get it, but it just frustrates me that there were no eyes on Israel when October the 7th hit, and that when I posted something about anti-Semitism striking very close to home, I had one person reach out to me, and I just felt like, really? Are your eyes closed for me then? So I had a little rant this morning, and I've got a lot of responses, which, I mean, better late than never, I guess. And I appreciate the fact that at least people are reaching out to me now, even though they didn't, you know, they've kind of had to be told to reach out to me. But when I posted what I posted this morning, I initially got no responses, and I thought, wow, okay, this is just a wonderful feeling. And I know it's messy, I know it's, the whole thing is complicated, and that's why I try not to talk about it on here very much. But equally, you should still be able to talk to your friends and, you know, feel some sort of support when something happens and hits close to home. Especially because being anti-Semitism does not mean you are pro-Zionist, which a lot of people seem to take issue with. But those two are not mutually exclusive. Anyway, rant over. I've been ranting to a few people who did reach out to me, which I greatly appreciated. And now I am going to wash my hair. And I will see you after. I'm also going to get into pyjamas because, do you know what? I can. And this is going in the wash, unfortunately, this dress, which I was thinking today, it must be the item in my cupboard with the best cost per wear. I got this dress, I think in 2018, I want to say off the top of my head, so that's 6 years ago now, which is disgusting. I actually think it was the end of 2018, but still. I got it in a charity shop. I think it was for Australian dollars, which is the equivalent of £2. And it is probably the most worn item in my cupboard, even despite, you know, the cost per wear. So, I mean, I'm probably wearing this at less than a penny per wear, which is pretty cool, if you ask me. So yeah, gonna have a chill evening. I didn't end up eating anything because I was so busy with the brush. The thing is, I can now see, like, as I said, bits of white from the bicarbonate soda, and I'm wondering if I need to clean that before I put it in my hair. Hey, it'll be fine, right? We'll find out, I suppose. Okay, can you tell I'm putting off washing my hair? I need to put on some music, and then I will hopefully get some energy to get in the shower. Let's put my playlist on shuffle and see what the first song is that comes up. Here we go. Ready? This is my big all songs playlist, which is 63 hours and 2 minutes long and ever growing. Here we go. This is a strange one. That's in there because I did a warm-up to that dance, to that song, and so it's in my head. But let's go to the next one. Rolling in the Deep, Not the Mood. If I'm being honest, Dodie, yeah, we'll go with that. Hello! I had my shower, I washed my hair, obviously, and now I'm in the kitchen. Actually, I've cut like half an hour to an hour where I was just scrolling on my phone, but hey ho. But now it's almost 8 o'clock, so even though I'm not particularly hungry, I am gonna start preparing and eating supper. So the first thing I'm gonna do is prepare the salad, and I'm literally just gonna use what I've got in the bag and one avocado, and I'm gonna put some lemon juice over it, and then I'm gonna just put it into a bowl and eat it with a spoon, because that's what I'm feeling, and I can, so I will. Enjoy watching me make that. You saw the portion of salad I made. I thought it was going to be far too much, but I have absolutely demolished that. It was actually really good. And look, there's no reason why it shouldn't have been. But when I make something and put time and effort into it, usually it doesn't end up being worth it, but that really was. I used up some things. I think I've only got 2 avocados left now, which is pretty impressive considering I started with 5. I improved it from what it was already, and I would have enjoyed it if I just snacked on the cucumber and peppers, but this was even better. It felt really substantial, so now I'm just gonna have the quiche and I think that'll be fine. I think that'll do me at least for the next few hours, and then maybe I'll come and have a snack. I'm thinking of the brownie, of course. I don't know, I'm very pleased with that. That was perfect. I am a big salad. I am a big fan of salad anyway, to be fair. I really like light, fresh foods. I like pasta and rice, but I don't really tend to like really heavy and, I don't know, meals. I like roast potatoes though. I think I like it when just one element of the dish is maybe a bit heavier, but everything else is light. I don't know. When I was on the ship, most of the time I just ate salads, but that's also because a lot of the time they didn't have great vegetarian options. But I'm under the impression that's got better now. So if you're a vegetarian looking to book a TUI river cruise, I don't even need to advertise them. I don't need to talk positively about them. I just do. Anyway, time to go heat up my quiche and wash this up and take out something to drink because I finished the tonic water. I need to buy more tonic water tomorrow, and I need to buy another pepper or 2 tomorrow. I think that's it for my shopping list, but I'll see if I can find anything else. And, by the way, I've been invited out for Friday night. I was kind of told by my grandma that I probably would be, but I've actually received a formal invitation, so I'm going upstairs to the neighbour upstairs, which is nice. It's lovely, because I would have been fine on my own. I absolutely would have been fine on my own, but her being upstairs means, you know, I don't really need to go very far. It's not going to be a long walk back. It probably won't be a very late night. It's just going to be super chill, and and I don't need to cook, which is nice. So, time for round 2. Hello. For the last few hours, I've been wondering why I feel like I haven't been on my laptop in a while, and the reason why is because I wasn't on it yesterday. I kept thinking that yesterday was Monday, but I forgot that yesterday was the day I worked a 10-hour shift and then had a massive headache, so went straight to bed. So I am going to do some just, updates, not updates, like checking on things. And then in about 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes, my friend and I are hoping to watch some whatever we're on. Daredevil season 3, I believe, which I'm really looking forward to because I was hoping to be able to watch some yesterday and obviously it just did not happen. And as you can see right now, I made myself a mug of peppermint tea. I haven't had peppermint tea in a really long time, and I used Sam's squeezy honey, and I am so grateful to Sam from the Dear Hopefuls channel for giving me that because I just love squeezy honey. It is a staple in my household, but obviously this isn't my household, so it wasn't a staple, and now I've got my own. And it's a really nice honey as well. So all in all, she's happy. And yeah, that's the update for now. And I might see you later, I might not. We shall see. Hello. I did have a piece of brownie, and then we have these chocolate covered almonds I found in the cupboard, so I had that, and I threw away a few more things that were very much looking off, because I was going to have some fruit, but a lot of the fruit I was going to have was not good anymore. And we've also already watched 2 episodes of Daredevil, and I think we're going to watch one more tonight, I think. But I'm going to end this video here, or not the video, I'm going to end this day here, and I'll see you in the morning. Bye! Hello, I'm leaving in a few minutes. I've put on this dress today, which I haven't worn in a very long time, and I quite like it, I think. I'm really annoyed about the hair because I was gonna mention this yesterday and then I forgot, like last night, but actually, when it dried, my hair looked really nice. I had these 2 nice curls at the front. I don't know if you could see it in the video, but I was really happy with the way it looked. Admittedly, the back wasn't perfect, but those front curls kind of hid it. But I tried a new method tonight of how to sleep with my hair when it's just been washed, and I totally regret it because look at this, it's just a mess. So I've pinned it back just to, try and make it look a little bit better because those front curls that were so beautiful are now so ugly, so I've just pinned them back. It's still not perfect, but look at that, but it'll have to do. I've put on this ring today, which is one of the ones I was a bit not looking forward to wearing, but actually it's not so bad. It's just big and bulky, but it's going on my middle finger because I feel like it's too big for any other finger. I can see there are 2 rings left in there that I'm really dreading wearing and that I keep sort of skipping over, and the rest I think I'll be okay with. And I've got purple earrings in. Now, today's a bit of a weird shift. I had a sleep in as well, I forgot to mention that yesterday. So I woke up at 9, which was awesome because literally a minute after I woke up, I got a message from my colleague at the other job I do, messaging me about something I'd left a note for her. And I was thinking if I was doing that job today, then I would already be in work. So it was nice. And I was very tired apparently because I didn't wake up until 9, which is crazy. I had a weird dream though, really strange. Again, featuring people from Australia. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, I'm gonna go now and I'm gonna do some shopping on my way back because I finish at 3. And at the moment, I think what I'm gonna buy is a small milk, or maybe a big milk actually, a singular pepper, or maybe 2, and some tonic water. And I think that's all I need. And maybe some eggs. Although I think we'll be all right for the weekend actually. I'll check how many we've got because I can see that we've got half a dozen, but I don't know how many are actually in there. But that's it, I'm gonna go now and I'll see you after work probably. Bye. Hello, I look a bit windswept and I feel a bit windswept. It was very windy today and very warm. I need to take my jumper off. I think I'm wearing my jumper the wrong way around. I've just come in. Oh, that looks so beautiful. My journey home took a little bit longer because I went to the dentist. I don't know if I spoke about this earlier. I emailed a local dentist that takes NHS patients about 2 weeks ago, I would say, and they wrote back and asked for my phone number and I gave it to them and then I didn't hear anything for the last 2 weeks. So I thought I'm just gonna pop in, and it's also very nearby a supermarket and I had to buy a couple of things, so I just thought let's do it. I went in, I said, hey, I sent an email, didn't hear anything back, just wanted to see if you have any availability for NHS patients. Because basically the way dentists work here in the UK is that some are private and some are through the NHS, but more and more have stopped taking on NHS patients because I don't know exactly the specifics of it, but the government is not making it easy for them, something along those lines, or not paying them fairly, I don't know. So a lot of practices are not taking on new NHS patients. But I walked in and she said, we have an appointment next Wednesday at 12 o'clock. Are you free then? I have next Wednesday off. I couldn't believe my luck. I could not believe my luck because if it hadn't been in those, I've got Tuesday and Wednesday off. If it was not those 2 days, I am so fully busy in June. I've got so much on. I hadn't even considered when I walked in that I would actually get an appointment immediately. I thought, I don't know, I was just gonna get registered and then I'd figure it out. But I'm thrilled. I'm nervous, but I'm thrilled. And I did like quadruple check that it definitely was through the NHS. I feel a bit bad for the receptionist because I know that I was one of those like nervous people, but I cannot afford to do this privately. And it's just a checkup, but I've not had it checked in over a year because it was when I was in Australia, and I'm finally going to be registered with a local dentist, which is amazing. In the end, at the shop, I only bought these 2 things, milk and tonic water. I was gonna buy eggs, and then I realized we actually usually buy eggs even more locally, and it's next to a shop where I can get some challah for tomorrow, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow after work. Ooh, if they're still open actually. Well, we'll find out. If not, I'll manage. And once again, I did not eat my vegetables, so I've not had lunch, it's past 3, I think it's like probably close to 4. 3:52, there we go. So I'm gonna make another Israeli salad and actually probably add avocado again. And I need to put the oven on. I'm gonna fry up, we've got these potato sort of hash brown things, but not as nice as hash browns. They're not great, we don't love them. I think they're called smileys, and we've had them since Pesach, and I'm slowly working my way through them. So I'm gonna put some on, make myself an egg, and have some Israeli salad for lunch. I've put the oven on while I'm talking to you still. Today at work, we had a thing. I mentioned about the sleep-in. So I got to work later and I woke up later, which was lovely. But the reason why was because we had a talk on like GDPR and that kind of thing. And I'm gonna be honest, I was really struggling to focus. I don't know what it was, but it was just, I listened and I paid attention and sure I learned some stuff, but I just felt it was, I don't know, not enticing. And it finished late, which meant that by the time I actually started working, I only had 2 hours of work to do, and it flew by. It was so chill. So that was nice. And they made apple crumbles, like little into like muffin things. I don't know. It was delicious. I had 2 of them, hence why I haven't had my vegetables. So those are all the updates. I've taken my ring off because I was washing my hands and I'm gonna be cooking, so I thought I'll just leave it off. But actually, I do quite like it. It's a bit too big, unsurprisingly, and a bit too blingy for my liking. But I like the feel of it. It's a bit smaller around the front or the back, whatever side you want to call that, which I like. But anyway, I'm gonna do some cooking. I don't think I will have you watch me because I just don't think it's necessary. And then I'm babysitting tonight from, I believe it's 6:30, so I'm gonna aim to leave here around 6 and walk, as long as it stays as nice as it is. And I'm meant to be there until about 8:30, 9-ish, so that's not too bad. I cannot believe it's Thursday already though. This week has flown by. Anyway, that's it for now. I will see you later. Bye. Hello. Just while I'm chopping up my vegetables, I realised I do actually have 2 other things I wanted to share, although I've forgotten one of them already. Oh no, I haven't. So, number 1 is the fact that I think I mentioned this morning about my dream and, you know, being sort of very anxious and feeling feelings about Australia and that kind of thing. And that feeling has not gone away all day. I don't really want to call it anxiety because it doesn't feel like that, but it does feel like, I don't know, something weird, something wacky. And it's a feeling I know, well, and I remember well from my last year of school especially, but I just don't know. And the problem is, I think, that I don't mind the feeling. Like, I don't feel like I need to do anything about it. I feel I'm happy with it there. I'm happy to be feeling it. But equally, like, it does feel weird and I just don't know. I feel like I don't know what to do. Like, there's nothing to do. And I feel like also big parts of the problem is knowing that, like, even if I were to go back to Australia, that wouldn't be my situation. Like, I wouldn't be talking to these people. I wouldn't be living that life anymore. But as you may know, if you've watched my channel long enough, I just don't do well with change or with growing up or with, you know, leaving parts of myself behind. And I feel like that might be what this is. But oh well, we'll manage. But like, I can feel it in my heart and, you know, it's so strange. I don't know, it's very strange. And then the second thing I mentioned yesterday is about the fact that I was talking to some friends because I posted something about not having much response from friends or anything like that and feeling like it was all very one-sided in terms of like the all eyes on Rafa thing and that kind of thing. And earlier today, one of the friends I'd been speaking to posted something on their Instagram story that showed a Hamas member admitting that they killed 50 Jews on October the 7th. And I was so moved by the fact that they posted that. Because the thing is, I know it's hard for people who want to appear pro-Palestinian to show anything that might highlight, you know, something wrong with the Palestinian regime. Oh, my camera's running out. So the fact that they did feel comfortable to share that and did actually listen to me, it meant so much. I genuinely felt like crying. Wow, I was very moved. Anyway, camera's running out, so I will see you after lunch. Bye! Hello, I've come back from babysitting. It's just past 8. It was a very short stint. I ended up having to go at 6 though, not 6:30, and I'm very glad I had my phone reminders for that. It was very windy and quite chilly when I left, and then it warmed up, so I took my coat off. And then on the way back, I left with my coat on and again took it off because even though it was windy, I was so warm. I think it's quite humid outside, even though it was starting to drip a little just as I got home. But I also think that I just totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I also think that when I walk quite fast and I think I just create my own heat. So as soon as I got in, took my coat off, took my jumper off, put my hair up for a moment because I just felt like I needed some air behind my neck. But now hair's come back down and we're still in the dress. I have loved wearing this today. I've not worn this dress in, I wouldn't be able to tell you how long, but a while, over a year, I could say with confidence. And it's been hanging in my cupboard since I did my changeover into more summery clothes. And I've looked at it and I've not touched it. And I think partly it's because of the shoulders, because I thought I wouldn't be allowed to wear something like this at my work, at one of my jobs, but actually they said it was okay. So I've now started wearing more clothes, which is nice. As in, I've got more of a range to pick from, including my owl dress. And I don't know, I think it's a bit of a funny shape at the bottom. It's like triangles or whatever you want to call them. And it's quite short, so I have to wear leggings underneath, but I usually would wear leggings anyway. And I think I very much see it as a beach dress, like it's the kind of dress I would throw over swimwear and then, you know, have something, you know, to throw back over after. But actually, I've loved wearing it today and it fits well. I would say. I mean, as I say, it's a bit short, and I do find it can be a bit awkward with the way the cut is at the bottom, but on the whole, really, it made me happy, and that's what clothes should do, right? And I'm wearing it with a black belt, which you can barely see. And I've paired it with my purple earrings. I think I showed that this morning, and of course the ring. And do you know what? I can't see it now, but there was a little sparkle, which makes me think that these are literally just like stickers. But yeah, this is another successful new, it feels new outfit. It's not new. I've worn this, I've had this dress for years, but it feels new because it's been so long since I've worn it. And what made me really happy is I wore that jacket, which is a very light summery jacket, and I've not really worn much since I owned it, and I think I got it in like 2017, I want to say. I wore it quite a bit in Australia, actually, because it was good for, you know, not summers in Australia, but autumns and springs. Here's the thing, here's something that's really interesting. I actually meant to comment on this the other day. When I went to school in Holland, you got to wear whatever you wanted, which I loved, but it was a given that even on the warmest summer day, you would bring a coat with you because you just did. And the warmest summer day would probably not hit much above 20. In Australia, the norm is so much that you don't wear a jacket and that you don't bring a jacket. I don't think I considered this very much until I was there for a few years and suddenly sort of had this epiphany, I suppose. But to the extent where our school didn't have school jackets for the first few years I was there, they introduced them now, and you couldn't wear your own jacket when you were outside or, you know, on the school grounds. Which is mental. There literally was not an option for if it was cold. Like, the more I think about it, I mean, to be fair, Australia isn't as cold as here or Holland or anything, but you do have some cold days and you do definitely have some rainy days. But even then, you just would not have a jacket. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, aside from the fact that that's kind of mental, is that I feel like I've taken that into my life here now. Obviously, in winter and even in spring, I was wearing my coats to work, but I've now reached the point where it was quite warm for a few days last week, so I was like, oh, don't need to bring my jacket anymore, which means I've now multiple times got stuck in the rain, which, you know, it's still warm because of the humidity, but still, with just a thin jumper. And I think it's because since Australia, I feel like I can go out without a jacket, whereas actually in London, you should bring a jacket. So that's my little story. Anyway, all that aside, I am going to get into pajamas, prepare my food, which is just going to be quiche and brownie, and probably that's it. I might put my laundry away if I feel like it. I will take out the challah that's in the freezer because I'm probably going to have it for lunch tomorrow. I kind of feel like that's it. And then hopefully watch some Daredevil once my friend finishes work, which should be in the next half hour or so. And check my 30-odd messages on WhatsApp, because why has that happened? I'm still feeling funny. I can't shake the feeling, and I don't think I'll be able to shake the feeling, and I think what's gonna happen is one of two things. Either, eventually in like the next few days or week or 2 weeks, it will pass, or, and this is the one I'm really expecting, at some point, I'm gonna just let all the tears out and all the feelings out, and it's just gonna flow out of me. But the strange thing is, I don't feel like crying. I don't feel upset. I just feel this feeling that I can't explain to anyone. So I don't feel like I need to cry. It doesn't feel like I need to cry, but it's one of the two things I expect to happen. And I was thinking to myself as I was walking back just now, I feel like what would really help me is to be in a show or something, you know, to prove that my acting life and career is progressing. I think not having got anything since that thing I did in February is starting to sort of weave its way into my feelings. And luckily I'm managing fine because I do have these 2 other jobs that I genuinely do enjoy and I'm happy to do. And, you know, I'm staying here, so I've got so many things working for me. But I think it's kind of the feeling of, if I were to bump into someone from school today, would I be proud of where I'm at? And it's weird because I do feel proud of where I'm at, and I'm very proud of everything I've done in the last few years, and I do love my life, but I feel like presenting it to someone else, it doesn't look so good. I feel like my friends are probably doing like actual professional jobs and I'm sort of not. But that's probably always going to be an issue, even if, you know, by some miracle I were to get a West End show. Once that contract's finished, I probably then wouldn't be in work again for a while, and so again it wouldn't feel professional. I don't know, it's just a weird industry. And as I say, I am happy, and I do feel content with life. Welcome to my therapy session once again. The joys. Anyway, time to get into pajamas and keep listening to Higher Ground from Eurovision 2018 maybe? I'm gonna look that up. Might have been, no, I don't know, I feel like it's 2018. 2018! Yes, I'm so proud of myself. I love it when I know my own Eurovision trivia. Right, I'll see you later. Bye. Hello, good evening. It's about 11:30 and we've just finished watching 2 episodes of Daredevil and it's season 3 and it's so good. It's potentially my favourite of all the ones we've watched. Maybe not my top 1, but definitely top 3. Like of all the Daredevil, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones spin-off ones, I think this is definitely in the top 3 for me. But now I'm gonna go to bed because I'm sure I've got an early start tomorrow. Well, I do have an early start tomorrow, so gonna sleep. And I think what I'm gonna do at some point is start making a list for Saturday, things I want to get done on Saturday, because there was something and it's already slipped my mind. Oh, I need to look at if I need any drugs from my mum when she comes here, because A, drugs tend to be cheaper, and by drugs I mean like nothing actually druggy. I mean like paracetamol, Nurofen, antibiotics, that kind of thing. Zinc tablets, like things that I could potentially get here, but is cheaper to get through my mum. So I need to look through my stash, and also a lot of things have expired because luckily my immune system's quite good and I don't use most of it, which means there are some things in there from maybe even pre-COVID that just are past their due-by date and I don't need them anymore. I also don't know if I've mentioned, I've got wrist problems, I've got ganglions, and they're a bit annoying and they come and go. And this week, when I went to gymnastics on Sunday, literally like when I started the session, not even as I was walking, it was when I walked through the doors, it started to really act up again. So, and it's not gone away. Usually it goes away within a day or 2, but it's like right here. So any movement I do with my wrist hurts, which is annoying. And usually I apply Voltaren and I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to do that, not now, but tomorrow. And I may also wear like a wrist support to work just to help with, you know, typing and things like that. Anyway, that's all. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully before Shabbat. Bye!